So you find us back at Belfast Grand Central station on a train journey which promises much, including a tenuous link to the far north line in Scotland. Hello from Grand Central Station in Belfast, and today we are on a train from Grand Central up to Derry, Londonderry. This is said to be one of the most beautiful railway lines on the island of Ireland. So we're going to find out and see how it goes. Why don't you come along and we'll get on the train. Regular viewers of the channel will know that I took a train from Grand Central to Dublin Connolly a few months back on the Enterprise service. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link in and you can check that out. It's worth noting that Grand Central is a quiet station, so there are no audio announcements, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on the departure boards or ask a member of staff for assistance. Apologies for this clicking noise, I don't know what it is. It does stop, I promise. Anyway, on to our train. It's a 6-car Class 4000 diesel multiple unit, so let's get on board. And it's laid out in a standard 2-2 configuration with a mixture of airline and table seats. How's the seat?
A bit upright. We can't adjust them.
No.
We'll see how it goes. We've only been on 5 minutes.
Exactly. So,
How long is the journey? 2 hours?
2 hours, 12 minutes?
Oh, well, I'll see what it's like after 2 hours.
Yeah, okay. I thought the seat was pretty good. I like the moquette, it's nice and bright. And yeah, wasn't too firm. USB chargers are always welcome as well, so that's a nice addition. Prior to departure, I took a wee wander along the carriage. It's bright and spacious and pretty clean. Not much luggage space that I could see, which makes me think this is more a commuter journey rather than one for tourists. The carpet looks like it's seen some action. That could do with being replaced, I would suggest. But I suppose it shows the train's being used regularly. So, 9:10 and we are underway. After stops at City Hospital and Botanic stations, we arrive at Lanyon Place. This station opened as Belfast Central on the 26th of April 1976, despite being located further from Belfast city centre than the station it replaced, Great Victoria Street. It was renamed Lanyon Place in September 2018 to better reflect the station's location in the city. Leaving Lanyon Place, we're soon using the Cross Harbour Rail Link or the Dargan Bridge, crossing the River Lagan. It's named after William Dargan, who's said to be one of the most important Irish engineers of the 19th century. The bridge connects the Bangor, Derry, Londonderry and Larne lines, and the opening of this link effectively created an integrated railway network in Northern Ireland. The new bridge enabled the reopening of the Antrim Bleach Green railway line in 2001. More of that later.
The next stop is York Street. Please alight here for Ulster University. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform when leaving the train.
And as we head out of Belfast, we get a brief glimpse of Seaview, home of the mighty Crusaders Football Club. And from there, we spot one of the most easily recognised of the Belfast hills, the Cave Hill, rising to a height of 368 metres above sea level, with its distinctive rock formation known locally as Napoleon's Nose. We're soon crossing the Bleach Green Viaduct. This interesting name stems back to the linen industry, when the surrounding fields would have been used to dry the freshly bleached linen. The main viaduct carries the line to Derry, Londonderry over the Larne Line and was constructed between 1931 and 1933. There are in fact 3 viaducts carrying the lines from Belfast to Derry, Londonderry and Larne Harbour across the 3 Mile Water and Valentine's Glen. So towards the end of the 1990s, work started to reopen the 15-mile long stretch from Bleach Green to Antrim, which had been closed since 1978. It reopened in 2001 with a new stop at Mossley West. As we approach Antrim, we're joined by the mothballed Lisburn to Antrim line. The line closed to passengers in 2003. However, a feasibility study has been conducted to reopen the line and have a new stop at Belfast International Airport. That can only be a good thing.
The next stop is Ballymena. Local bus services are available from this station. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform when leaving the train.
According to my research, Cullybackey Station opened on the 1st of July 1856. It then closed in September 1856, a station that was open for 2 months. Can you think of a station that's been opened and then closed after a shorter period of time? The good news is it then opened again in 1865, then closed in 1976 and reopened in 1982. It's been opened since then, so hopefully it's here to stay. this is Tim's Travels. We have been on the train for an hour and a half. How's the seat?
Awful.
Awful. Why do you say that?
Well, I know nose height. I'm almost 6 foot tall. The seats are too short. Like, not much of you. Just that you're bumming it. My legs are still way over the upright, the hard, and I've been trying to have a wee snooze. I've kind of had to curl in a wee ball, keeping my feet off the seats because I don't like seats on the seats. But you know, I don't really find it comfy at all.
Not doing it for you.
No, I'm glad it's only for a couple of hours. I hate going in and doing that. But it's fine if it's just like a wee journey. But it is for most people. You know, 10-15 minutes, fine. But over a longer journey, no.
Only 10 minutes.
Not very keen on them.
Not keen on them. Fair enough.
No.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. So, Mr. Tim's Travels,
Hello.
what do you think of the seat and the journey so far?
The seat is firm, but it's okay for me. It's fine. The ride quality of the train is not very impressive.
No, it's not.
Seems to be all over the place. Maybe that's just nitpicking. I don't know. But as you can see,
It is very, very wobbly.
the ferry last night was more steady.
Oh yeah, it was a lot calm. This isn't. It's all over the
But
place.
it's all good fun. It's all good fun. All part of the adventure.
The next stop is Coleraine. Please
So it's
change
time
here
for that tenuous Far North Line connection. So on the Far North Line in Scotland, there's a station called Coleraine. That name originates from George Monro, first of Newmore, who was governor of Coleraine during the Irish Confederate Wars, and he named his Scottish estate Coleraine in reference to the town. How tenuous is that? Leaving Coleraine, we cross an interesting looking level crossing layout and we pass the Coleraine signal box. It's from here that the branch to Portrush heads north, while we carry on west to our destination of Derry, Londonderry. And I would say from here on the scenery just cranks up another level.
Anyone without a valid ticket, please purchase one as the conductor passes through the train. All other passengers, please retain their tickets for inspection.
After Castle Rock, we get a glance at Benone Strand, a 7-mile or 11-kilometre stretch of golden sands. Looking back along the strand, perched on a cliff top, is Musselden Temple. This was built in around 1783 as a library for Frederick Hervey, the Earl of Bristol and Bishop of Derry. Its design is based on the Temple of Vesta in Italy. Next, at a height of 385 metres above sea level, it's Benevena, evidently a filming location used in Game of Thrones. I'm not sure, I've never watched Game of Thrones. Pressing on, we pass the former RAF base at Ballykelly, and you'll notice that the railway line crosses the runway. In 1943, the main runway was lengthened and extended across the railway line. Evidently, trains were given right-of-way over any aircraft coming into land, unless it was an emergency, with the crossing controlled by a small signal box. In 2006, an Airbus A320 on the Liverpool to Londonderry service, operated by Airjet on behalf of Ryanair, landed at Ballykelly. Ryanair said in a statement it was due to an error by the Airjet pilot, who mistakenly believed he was on a visual approach to the city of Derry Airport. Anyhow, enough from me, it's time to look out the window. As we approach our destination of Derry, Londonderry, we're greeted by Peace Bridge, which opened in June 2011. The snaking curves of the bridge represents a story of triumph over adversity as it connects the two sides of the River Foyle. So, how much did we pay for this journey? Well, an adult single was £15.50, which I think is very good value for money. A beautiful train journey, great scenery, but you can get our thoughts in a few minutes. If you haven't yet done so, well, maybe you'd like to consider subscribing to the channel. Please leave a like, leave a comment. It really does help the channel to grow. Thanks so much for all your support. Hello. I was just helping some tourists to get their luggage on. So here we are at Derry, Londonderry station. Mrs. Tim's Travels, how was that?
Not great, to be honest.
What?
The views were lovely, especially between Coleraine. No, it was so juggly. It was, yeah. I didn't particularly enjoy the ride of it. But
No.
the scenery, oh yeah, I was going to say it was absolutely stunning. It was lovely.
It was a little bit bumpy on the train. However, I would say if you're going to do one railway journey in Northern Ireland, do Belfast, Derry, Londonderry, or even just Coleraine. To Derry, Londonderry, because I think actually after Coleraine the ride quality seemed to improve immensely. But
It did, yeah.
absolutely beautiful, and we've got a beautiful day for it as well. The weather's been
It's
spectacular,
lovely,
so that
really
all
nice.
helps. So anyway, if you've been following our travels, you'll know that we've taken a train from Glasgow to Liverpool, then a ferry from Liverpool to Belfast, and a train from Belfast to Derry, Londonderry. So next, we're going to be on another bus from Derry down to Dublin Airport. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.